Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a recreation of a look from Beauty and the Beast, just makeup wise. A lot of the makeup in the movie is very natural and beautiful, so I just kind of wanted to do a quick little look with that. I have a screen over here, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking at a picture of her, a still shot from the movie. But I either will post before or after this video the review of the movie that I saw it yesterday on opening day, and I would love to share my thoughts with you guys, but I'm not going to tell you anything about how I feel or think about it because I want you guys to go watch that video. So I will link it down below. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get right into the video. So I just want to start off with skin, and her skin was relatively matte. It was like a very natural look. But you definitely want to have hydrated skin. So I'm taking this Yes Cotton Protects and Minimizes Irritation Comforting Facial Moisturizer. And I just take a pump of that and I'm going to smooth it over my face, give my skin a little bit of hydration before putting on the makeup. I am planning on wearing this makeup all day, so of course you're going to want to prime your skin. And for that I'm using my One Heck of a Blot primer, and I will also be using another primer as well to get the designated effect that I want. So I just take a pea-sized amount of that, and I'm going to focus this in the T-zone. So for the rest of my face to prime, I'm using this Cover FX Illuminating Primer, and this is just going to give that kind of natural look to the skin. As you can see, it just kind of gives like a healthy skin look to the face. So while her skin is completely smooth and flawless, there's no under eye circles or anything, her skin is very lightweight. You can tell that the coverage is very lightweight because you can kind of see her freckles through her foundation. So I'm going to be using a lighter weight foundation today. So I honestly can't tell you if this is my correct shade or not because I haven't used it in quite a while, but I'm going to be using the Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet Foundation. This is a water-based foundation, so you have to shake it up really, really well, and it's going to be super lightweight on the skin. Now, of course, you can always use any other foundation that you think is a little bit better for your skin. It does not have to be expensive. This is my only expensive foundation I really have that I use. And I am going to actually be using the new EcoTools sponges because I think that they're great. And I'm just going to lightly smooth this over my skin. It's going to give a nice kind of velvety matte finish, but nothing too matte that you can't see your natural skin through it. And it's super lightweight. And I am still going to set this with a powder because I tend to get oily throughout the day, but you don't if you have naturally pretty dry skin. This foundation isn't like super drying or anything, but you don't need to set it if you don't have any issues with it. I am going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape in recommendation. Normally I would say for this kind of look, I would use a lighter weight concealer than this. So I'm going to use a very small amount, literally just a small dab under each eye. And if you have any areas that you need extra coverage, I think I'm pretty good. I might just do a little bit here on my chin. She does have some natural light coming in here and along here. So I would just kind of conceal where you normally would conceal, just like around my normal areas. But just use a very small amount so it doesn't look too cakey on the skin. And then I'm going to use the same sponge to blend it in. Now you want to focus your concealer just right under your eye. You don't want to drag it out too far because we are not highlighting the face with this concealer. We are seriously just using it for concealing. Now I'm going to set my face and do my normal setting routine for that, which are these two powders, which are the NYX Banana Powder for under my eyes and my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder for the rest of my face. Before we get too far into the face, the next thing I'm going to take is Painterly Paint Pot from MAC as my primer, and I'm just going to set that with my face powder. And we're going to maybe add a small amount of shadow to the face, but nothing too crazy because again, it looks like she's literally wearing no makeup, but obviously she's wearing makeup because her skin is slightly perfected. Now, you don't have to use a Painterly paint pot or any MAC paint pot. You could use any primer that you have that's a skin tone color that will just kind of cancel out any discoloration on your eyelids, because I have very colored eyelids. If you do not, then just completely skip that step. So we are going to do a little bit of contour because she does have a slight contour very far back at the back of her cheeks and around her temples and around her nose, just to give some dimension to her face. And for this I'm going to be using my regular bronzer that I use all the freaking time, and this is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula, and this is in the shade Light. I just realized yesterday that they have 2 shades. I never knew that, so I don't know. Pick the one that's according to what works for you. And I'm going to use this angled brush by Luxie. This is the large angled 504. I got it in an Ipsy bag. And I'm just going to really, it's like the smallest amount of contour just right back here. Very, very small shading. And then she doesn't have any contour here, so she leaves this part completely open, but starting right around here in her temple area, she has a little bit of shading right there. So for the nose, I'm going to take this Just Blending in brush Lab Squared, and it's just a big fluffy brush. I'm going to take that same brush, very small amount, and I'm going to bring it down the sides of my nose, and then it tends to kind of go like this. So it comes down. Her nose is very similar to mine, but it comes down this way a little bit and then out. Nothing crazy, just kind of giving that dimension back to her face. For cheeks, immediately when I saw the picture that I was recreating, I knew exactly what color I was using. And she literally has the Barbie bubblegum pink on her cheeks, but very, very slightly. So we're going to take my usual blush brush, but I'm going to do one quick couple dabs in there. Pat off a lot. You don't want a ton on here. And you're just putting it right on the apples. Like a small little flush like that. Hopefully that picks up on camera. It's just a small little flush of blush. And she only focuses it right here. But you are probably wondering about highlighter because there is a little bit of a glow to her. It's supposed to be a natural look. So for highlighting, I'm going to use a very, very small amount of this. This is the Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. This is a barely there highlighter, just a soft, subtle glow. And I'm just going to focus it right here and then on my nose. She doesn't really have anything on her cheekbones, and maybe a little bit on my cupid's bow. So I'm going to use my highlighting brush. And I'm just going to kind of put it up there. And as you can see, it doesn't give like a highlighted effect. It just kind of gives a subtle glow. And do the same on this side. And maybe a little bit right above the brow. Nothing super crazy. And then I'm going to take my finger in there to do my nose. So she does a very slight highlighted effect on the nose. Now, you could also use a matte highlighter for the highlighted effect on the nose, but for my recreation of this kind of look, I'm going to use a sparkly highlighter. And then right on the cupid's bow, and a little bit of brightness on the chin. So back to the eyes, we're just going to go straight back in with that bronzer. We're going to use the same brush that we used to contour the nose a little bit, and we're going to just really run this over the lid to give a little bit of color. So it's going to be similar to the same color I had before I put on the primer, but for me that my eyelids look really oily, so I'm just trying to make them a little bit more natural with like a matte kind of look. If you have a color that has a little bit of a sheen to it, I would use that. For lips, she does a very light berry lip. For the light berry lip, I'm going to use this Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stain. I have this very old one. This is a hot pink color, but when you put a little bit on, it's going to give the look that you want. So it's supposed to be this kind of soft, very natural pink kind of color. We're going to do brows, and then we will do mascara. So for brows, her brows are very, very dark compared to my brows because she has dark hair. But it looks like they're pretty natural looking. I'm going to attempt to use a brow pencil, and then I will fill a little bit in with a brow powder just to make it look a little bit more full. But her brows are pretty thin. My brows are a little bit thicker than hers, but I'm going to try my best to replicate what hers kind of look like. So she does have this kind of rounder curve out here. So just kind of pull it out and round it down like that. And it looks pretty sparse in the front here. So I'm just going to do some small flicks in the front of the brow like this. And then pull it back here like so. Now this obviously is not completed because her brows get really dark on the outer, well, it starts like fading right a little bit into this. So I'm going to use my normal brow powder from Milani. I'm using the darker color though, not the lighter one. And I'm just going to kind of fill in from here, from this point here out. And I'm gonna just follow the same shape that I did. And then I am going to set my brows with some tinted brow gel just so I can bring the brow hairs up so that they look a little bit more natural looking. The last thing for this look is just some mascara. Her eyelashes are very, very natural looking. Okay, to replicate her lashes, I'm going to take this Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye mascara. This is a sample. And you're just going to do very light mascara. Now, in the movie, I think she might be wearing brown mascara, so if you have brown, do brown. You want the most natural lashes you can get. So that is the finished look for Belle. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned or check out my other video. I don't know if it's going to be posted before or after this one, my review of the movie. And I promise that there won't be any spoilers in there so you guys can go and enjoy it for yourself. But I just want to give my few thoughts on it. So go check that video out. I promise you that it'll be worth your while. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on any of the products I used or anything at all about this makeup, or if you want me to do more kind of Disney inspired makeup looks from movies, or I could do even the animated movies, let me know in the comments below. I love Disney, as you guys know, so anything you want to see, just let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. Bye guys!